desperation. Oh, she barely waits a moment. Elevator doors open. Hear her footsteps touch the stairs. Words walk by, describing definition. Stop and talk about it. It's too easy to see. We're always lucky if we see fishes, we go fishing. Thoughts meander, rising all around us, rise and fall and rise again.
Okay, we're live here at the lake access for the big Corkscrew Island Regional Park. I always realize I'm always bending over when I'm looking at this camera. Anyway, here we are. We're here. The kids are fishing already.
Well, good morning. Thank you all for being here this morning. We're appreciative of those of you who have come out on a beautiful June day to help us in our celebration. Just wanted to say that I have been talking to several people about in the last couple of years this project has been in the works, and one of the first things that I was involved in with Parks and Recreation was coming out at this lake about 6 years ago with Commissioner Coletta. And Commissioner Coletta had known quite a lot about the lake and the fact that there is probably one of the best fishing places in Collier County. So this lake I have called Big Jim Bass Lake, and I hope you don't mind, Commissioner.
No, that's okay. All I got to do is change my last name to Bass.
Very good. But this is actually Big Corkscrew Island Regional Park Lake. It's the first phase of Big Corkscrew Island Regional Park, and the Parks and Rec Department's pleased to be here with you this morning to get this started. So with that, again, thank you for being here. And just to start our ceremonies, I'd like to ask Reverend Zeb Harris with Apostolic Ministries to come and say a word of thanks. Zeb?
Oh, good morning. I'm Reverend Minister Harris, Apostolic Minister of Jesus Christ, Apostolic Faith, East Naples Service at East Naples Community Center, under leadership of Evangelist Maddie Copeland. And we just thank you for coming out. Thank you, Coletta, for giving me the opportunity for this. Amen. And I thank you for it. We're just going to go into a word of prayer as you bow your head, please. Father God, we thank you today. We thank you for allowing us to be out here today. We thank you for all that you have done and all that you're going to do for us. We just give you the praise for it. We thank you so much for each and every one that are out here. We thank you for this organization. We ask you to bless this place. Keep it under the blood of the shadow of the Almighty. And you are God. There is no other. We give you praise for this. And we thank you right now. We give you praise for everything that you have done for us. We thank you for allowing us to get up this morning. Because without you, we wouldn't be able to get up this morning. It's not the alarm clock that wakes us up. It's you allow us to get up in the morning time. We ask you to bless our government and keep them. And give them the right words to say, the right things to do. In Jesus' name, we give you praise for this. And all these blessings we ask in no other name but yours. We give you praise. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you.
If you all join me, face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd like to introduce our next speaker if I could. I know you guys are anxious to get there, get in the water, and find out if there's any alligators in this lake. So I'd like to introduce you to a fellow that I've known for several years. This gentleman came to Public Services about 4 months ago and has been a welcome person that has led our division and has been involved in providing a lot for the Parks and Rec Department. Mr. Steve Carnell, our Public Services Administrator. If I could ask Steve to come forward and say a few words.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Thanks for being here. Guys, I have about a 30-minute speech, okay? No, actually, I'm leaving the speech for you. But, no, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank Brian from University Extension for his help in getting this set up. I want to thank Nancy. Thank you! Nancy's out at the gate, but I want to thank Nancy Olson for all the work she did, along with Barry. Look, thank you, Barry, for your efforts to pull this together. And, you know, I was thinking about Reverend Harris's prayer. You know, God gives us all this beauty, all this natural setting, and we're the stewards. We don't really own it. It's our job to use it for His glory, to use it to bless our community and bless each other. And I really hope that you guys have a great time with this. And I hope that when you're out on that lake, it just reminds you this is a little bit of what Florida looks like at its best. It's just kind of simple, uncomplicated, just kind of the way things are. And I hope that you'll realize that, and to realize that years from now we're going to be talking about something a lot bigger, like Barry referred to. Someday we're going to have a regional park out here that's going to be even more beautiful with more amenities and more opportunities for us to really enjoy our community. But for now, we'll start with this, and we'll make the best of it, and we'll enjoy it. And I think you all know we're going to be adding some parking on the other side of the lake in the next year that'll make it a little more accessible. And we're looking forward to just growing this site, managing it the right way, and everybody enjoying the beauty of it together. And again, thanks for being here today.
Steve, thank you very much. A lot of what we do at Parks is certainly done through the tremendous leadership that we have. The County Manager's Office is under the guidance of Mr. Leo Oakes, has been tremendous in his support of Parks and Rec and the Public Services Division. And we have today a representative of the County Manager's Office. I get my phone to show Mr. Sheffield every now and then. He'll call me looking for information, and it's always a pleasure to be able to provide it for him. We appreciate him being out here this morning with us, and I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Mike Sheffield with the County Manager's Office. Mike?
Okay. I think I'm standing in a hole. Truly, this is one of the rare occasions that I'm happy to fill in for the county manager, being out here today. Leo had to be out of town, so he asked me to be here today and to say a few words on his behalf. I need to start with you, Commissioner Coletto. I've truly learned that there's no greater power on earth than Tim Coletto and enthused and determined about a project. 7 years ago, he had this wonderful vision, and not just a vision for today, but a vision for future generations. But I will blame you, Commissioner, when my 17-year-old son isn't doing his homework because he's out fishing and fishing capacity, so I'll give you the blame for that.
You'll get a dinner out of it.
There you go.
You're gonna clean it and cook? County manager wanted me to express his gratitude to the entire board of county commissioners for their leadership and guidance, to all of his talented staff who work so hard and will continue to work so hard on this project. Sometimes we expect them to work miracles, and somehow they always do. Also, thank you to Mr. Brian Paul, who's here today. No matter how advanced our technology becomes with new cell phones and smartphones and iPhones and iPads, our souls will always be attracted to this. A very wise person once said, a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at the office. And Commissioner, I hope you talk to Leo and let me test that theory.
I'll put in a word.
Truly, I know that this lake will be enjoyed for many years, and thank you.
Our next speaker is the reason why we're here today, and as Mike says, it's a pleasure over the years working with Mr. Coletta, and I think truly spoken. Commissioner Coletta is passionate about so many things, and the outdoors and recreation and giving people opportunities to enjoy the beauty of Florida is certainly high on that list. And we're very appreciative of our commissioner and thankful that he is in where he is with his fishing pole. And with that, let me introduce you to Commissioner Jim Coletta. Thank you.
Well, I've waited for this day for so long. 7 years ago, Brian Paul deeded this lake over to the county. And I thought it was going to be a simple thing to open it up for the public to be able to use. But we found that it was landlocked. Access wasn't easy to get. We tried the school system at no avail because of their security issues. We tried several different ways to get in here. It seemed to be no matter what direction we went, we kept getting put off. It was very, very disheartening. I didn't think we were ever going to get there. But recently we had two breaks. One, back about a year ago, the Orange Tree PUD granted us the access across the Boat Canal, which will allow us eventually to build a road through the fairgrounds all the way up to this lake and to the new regional park, which hopefully we start sooner than later. That's the next big push that's going to be taking place. That's going to be beautiful. But meanwhile, this temporary access we have is going to allow us to put this amenity online. We're coming up on better times. And better times usually means a little extra money to work with. And when we get to that point, we will have that park in place also. It'll be a wonderful amenity to everybody in this whole area and to the whole county in general. But at this point in time, I don't want to delay the proceedings any longer. The real reason we're here is to enjoy the lake. We have 3 canoes available. I'm going to ask some of the young folks that, with the permission of their parents or whoever might be here representing them, to be able to put on life jackets and join us in canoes. And we'll go out on the lake, and we got one fishing pole to share among about 10 of us. I'm sure that when we get out there, we'll figure a way to make this all work. Thank you so much for being here, and I especially want to thank the county manager's office, the county attorney's office, and all of the staff at Collier County for making this finally happen. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Guys, we wanted to ask some of our potential canoers to come forward.
All right, guys.
Also, if I could ask Mr. Cardell, Mr. Sheffield, Brian, if we could ask you and Nancy to come forward. We want to officially open this lake for fishing, so come on down.
Sure. How about some of these young kids on behind the line for the picture opportunity? A lot of room back here. Anybody that falls in the lake is disqualified.
I'm not going to move. I'm just going to go.
Oh, gosh, you are. You said it first. Here, step right up here. There you go.
Oh, look, Bailey's cutting and fibbing. Cool.
Can you guys get closer together for the photo?
Sure.
Sorry. For the newspaper. Wait, get closer together.
Close.
Shoulders, get closer. Don't be shy. Come on, get close. Sam, are you getting it? Okay, you got it. All right, ready?
Come on, Ben, get in there.
Everyone.
There you go.
Just a little bit.
Smile.
This little guy right in here. Okay. No. You go ahead. No, we'll let you cut the other ribbon up.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come here. One down. Okay, we're gonna go for the cut.
Wait, look for me. Can you? Okay, 1. Let me stand over here so that I'm not.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Anybody want to cut a piece of ribbon to take with you? There you go.
Yay!
Got to use 2 hands.
Inspiration. Oh, she barely waits a moment. Elevator doors open. Hear her footsteps touch the stairs. Words walk by, describing